Hey, this PoeticWhiz. Here I am telling you yet again my love and hate relationship with Apple products. This time Apple has done something that I have been personally waiting to happen for a very long time. Finally I can rest the case here. Before I do that, here's what you really should be knowing about the new Mac Studio and the Mac Studio display. Mac Studio is just a beefed up version of the Mac Mini we all have been knowing from the inception, the way to the Mac OS ecosystem. This time it's gotten way better, at least it should have been in the first place. You might be asking why so. Mac Mini has its own limitation in software or the other, since it's solely based on each individual. Personally, for me, Mac Mini has a downfall. One that could be easily sorted out, the other wouldn't be possible even if I could find something better to pair Mac Mini along. More on the Mac Mini pairing later in this video. So as I was saying, now that we have got two versions of the Mac Mini by Apple, now we do not need to think which one out of these Mac Mini we need for ourselves. The only downside of the Mac Mini M1 is the Bluetooth issue, as well as other major problems, rest as usual. Now with the new Mac Studio, we have diverse range of products from Apple that may either make or break us in confusion. Why I say so, it's simple. We have got Mac Mini M1 as well as the new Mac Studio and the redesigned iMac. Everyone either loves or hates, depends on how one sees it. Now cut to the chase down, Apple has made it a lot easier for us to decide what we want for ourselves than Apple telling us which is right for us. Since MacBook Pro lineup is a bit on the hefty side, with the introduction of the Apple own SoC, things are moving in the right direction, as it should have been. As any other brand trying to make things work in sync with its other products, great strides I feel only Samsung has been able to achieve, ain't better than Apple themselves. Since Samsung at one point had infinity products across its lineup without trying to lose upon not innovating in possible ways, whereas Apple just trying to be a bit on a safer side. What I'm really trying to emphasize here is it does not matter how many products you are able to launch in months or in years. It's all about how it works better for company as well for us, since we are the ones buying the product for our own use. So in this context, Samsung has its own ups and downs, even if it had not lost hope in making innovative products for us as well for themselves. Whereas Apple has always been of bringing people to its product than doing what we really wish to have. Studio Display is probably the most exciting thing to ever happen in my regard, since it's something Apple should have done a long time ago. Now that we have got the Studio Display, there are a few things I wish Apple could have done, than being Apple as we know it. What I'm really saying is just like in the new iMac, we got 3.5mm jack, we should have got the same on the Mac Studio as well. You might be like, anyone buying the Mac Studio display will end up buying one of these Mac Mini as well. And for most certain, here's what I'm really annoyed by Apple, not having 3.5mm jack on the Studio display. Whereas the Mac Studio it has, on the other hand, yet not in the right place. 3.5mm jack should have been placed in the front of the Mac Studio and not on the back. Now coming to why I love as well not into the whole Studio display as the Mac Studio. They both are great standalone products as well combined. It has only a fraction of downside, at least from what I want, since this would have been my dream setup, no matter which one of them I end up going for. Earlier in this video I said about the Mac Mini pairing. What I really meant to say here is, if you and I end up getting ourselves a Mac Mini as a desktop replacement, or perhaps this is the gateway to the whole macOS experience at a fraction price, it wouldn't have been a great voyage to the whole Apple experience. In order to boot up a Mac Mini monitor, laptop is not possible. Search of a great monitor for our needs, as well as suitable for Mac Mini, not many are great at any given price point, until you do not mind paying a bit extra for color calibrating the monitor to get a better monitor experience. Here's where Apple has finally addressed that issue with the inception of its own Studio display. Now things from here on need a few key improvements. It all comes down to us. What I want to see in the next Studio display to have is 3.5mm jack, 120Hz refresh rate, as well as better stats. That's more useful than paying a bit extra. As for the Mac Studio, everything feels in line, just the 3.5mm jack being placed on the back is a letdown. Now coming to the price of both Studio display as well as the Mac Studio, Apple has done a great job. Do not get me wrong, the price might have been out of place for some, yet I feel it's fine as long one wants to purchase both these products for themselves. I'm really happy with this whole announcement. Let me know your thoughts on the Mac Studio display and the Mac Studio. Till then, this is your PoeticWhiz. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel for awesome more videos. Live your dreams.